Imagine for a moment a symphony, where every instrument plays its part. Every note builds upon the last, and yet something more emerges. A melody, a harmony, a resonance that is greater than the sum of its parts. Just as a single note is not a song, a single thought is not a belief, a single belief is not an identity, but when woven together, something profound begins to take shape. Now, isn't it fascinating how everything, every challenge, every solution, every state of being exists in layers? A word within a sentence within a story within a life, and a life within something far greater. And just as a song carries meaning beyond its notes, you, yes you, are more than any single moment, any single struggle, because as you step back and then closer, and then shift your angle just slightly, suddenly the puzzle pieces, they begin to arrange themselves, don't they? Problems seem solid, don't they? Fixed, heavy. But have you ever noticed, when you start asking questions, when you view them from the past, the present, the future, when you shift your stance, your perception, the problem itself begins to move, to change, to dissolve. The mind, much like a kaleidoscope, reshapes reality with each turn. And then something beautiful happens. The more you explore, the more the problem begins to unravel itself, like a melody resolving into harmony, like a river finding its way back to the ocean. Because problems, they're not things, they're patterns, and patterns shift the moment you introduce new notes into the song. And speaking of resonance, have you ever noticed how one tuning fork, when struck, can set another into vibration? You can feel the energy of a room the moment you step inside. How emotions, fear, joy, peace, they spread like ripples in water, because everything at its core is energy, movement, vibration. And just as one note can bring another into harmony, so too can you. When you truly connect with another, when you step into their world, when you match their rhythm, a bridge forms, and in that bridge something magical happens. Because the moment you find balance within yourself, the moment you center, you create a path for them to follow, a way home. Have you ever noticed how a single deep breath can shift everything? A moment of stillness can ripple outward. How a song once forgotten can be remembered simply by hearing the first few notes. You already know this, don't you? Somewhere deep inside, because healing, it's not about fixing, it's about tuning, aligning, resonating. And as you begin to sense that resonance now, as you feel the subtle shifts, the harmony beneath the noise, you might just wonder, what else is possible when you step into the music of life with new ears? And as you listen to these words, you may begin to notice a subtle shift in your thoughts, your perceptions, your understanding. It's as though you're being gently led down a path, guided by a quiet inner knowing, allowing new beliefs to form, to expand, and to create a new sense of possibility within you. And as you listen, perhaps you'll find yourself connecting more deeply with the idea that everything, in its most fundamental form, is connected. Like the words in a book, like the notes in a song, like the way the pieces of a puzzle they fit together to create a beautiful picture. Each of us, in a way, is like a hold-on. A word is more than a letter, just as a sentence is more than a single word. A paragraph is more than a sentence, and a chapter is more than a paragraph. And in the same way, your life, your thoughts, your emotions, your experiences, they're more than isolated moments. They're a part of a larger, self-organizing system. You're part of a larger system. When you view yourself from different perspectives, just like a hold-on, you begin to see the connections, the patterns, the way it all fits together. Imagine for a moment stepping outside of yourself. Imagine seeing yourself from the perspective of your future self. A version of you that's already resolved the challenges that you're facing. What would that version of you say? How would they look at this moment? This problem from the vantage point of experience. And then, perhaps you can zoom out even further, viewing yourself from the perspective of a neutral observer, someone who can see the entire context, the bigger picture, without judgment. From these different perspectives, the problems, the challenge, the issue becomes less rigid, less overwhelming. It begins to transform, just as the pieces of a puzzle come together in a way that makes sense. And as you gather these different perspectives, more data points emerge. These data points begin to connect, and something incredible happens. The system starts to self-organize, like the way a puzzle slowly takes shape. When the pieces fall into place, the more you question, the more you consider, the more you allow your mind to wander freely to the various possibilities, the more your mind and your life begin to resolve its own challenges. You see, the mind has an amazing ability to do this. And you collect more information, more data, you start to realize something. You're not just a passive observer. You're a part of this larger system. And as you shift your perspective, the system begins to shift with you. Now take a moment to think about balance, not just in the abstract, but in a real, visceral way. You are a being made of energy, an intricate dance of vibrations. You resonate with the world around you, like a tuning fork that finds the right frequency. You too can attune yourself to the energy of others. When someone else is experiencing fear, sadness, or anger, your empathic circuits, your mirror neurons, they help you to feel what they're feeling, creating a bond, a sense of sameness, of rapport. But here's the key. Just as a tuning fork can shift its resonance to match the energy of another, you too have the power to shift back, to regain your own balance, to return to a state of centeredness. And in doing so, you don't just return to balance for yourself. You can help others to find it too, because once you've connected with someone, once that bond of empathy and resonance has been established, they're much more likely to follow you back to a state of calm, of peace, of healing. As you bring yourself back to balance, as you tune yourself into harmony, you show others the way. Without even needing to speak, you demonstrate the possibility of transformation. And just as the energy in your own body flows and moves, shifting between extremes and returning to equilibrium, you begin to realize that all of this, your emotions, your thoughts, your experiences, it's simply a flowing, dynamic energy. You're not merely a passive participant in the energy. You're an active co-creator, a vessel for resonance. And when you resonate with another, you help them to find their way back to harmony. Like a river flowing towards the sea, you're always moving, always shifting, always adjusting, bringing things back to their natural state. And as you allow yourself to truly understand this, as you allow these ideas to settle within you, you begin to realize the world around you, it's not as fixed as it may appear. It's an unfolding process, an ever-changing dance of energies, of hold-ons, of vibrational frequencies. When you shift your perspective, when you change your resonance, the world around you shifts as well. You see, your beliefs, they're like those words in a sentence, those pieces of a puzzle, those notes in a song. As we allow them to flow, to merge, to evolve, you begin to see the interconnectedness of everything, the way it all comes together to form a beautiful, harmonious whole. You are, in essence, a vibrational being, moving through a world of interconnected energies. As you embrace the flow, the resonance and the balance, you begin to realize something profound. You're not just healing yourself. You're a part of the healing process of the world itself. As you listen, you might begin to notice how everything just seems to unfold effortlessly, like the gentle unfolding of a flower, or the smooth rhythm of a stream, finding its way over rocks and curves, always flowing, always moving towards balance, towards harmony. And in this moment, it's as if you're being drawn into a deeper understanding, a deeper awareness of how things truly work. It's almost as if the very idea of balance, of resonance, becomes not just a thought, but a living, breathing presence within you. Just think about it, how everything works together, how the smallest part, like a single note in a song, becomes part of something so much greater. A word connects to a sentence becomes a paragraph joins to a chapter forms a book, and the book, it becomes part of something larger than itself. Just as you, with all your beliefs, emotions and experiences, you're part of something larger, something that's always in motion. And isn't it fascinating how your mind, with its infinite potential, works in just the same way? One thought connects to another, forming patterns, creating connections. And as you begin to see it all as interconnected, as flowing, as shifting in a delicate dance, something begins to shift inside you as well. The more data you gather, the more perspectives you take in, the more layers you allow yourself to see. And then suddenly you understand. Problems begin to dissolve. Challenges begin to fade as your mind organizes itself naturally. It knows what to do, just as your body knows how to breathe, how to move. Isn't it amazing then that in any moment, when you're facing something difficult, you can step outside of it, look at it from a different angle, a different perspective. It's as if the key to transformation lies in how you perceive things, how you allow yourself to shift, how you tune your perception to a frequency of possibility. You begin to understand how different perspectives offer new answers, new insights, new ways of solving problems. Just as different notes in a melody create a harmony, a song of resolution, a symphony of change. And the truth is, as you gather more data, as you ask more questions, more solutions begin to arise on their own, effortlessly, naturally, in the most surprising and graceful ways. As you open yourself to more possibilities, more pathways, more data points, you tap into the incredible power of self-organization. And just like a plant grows towards the light, your mind, your body, your very being, naturally begins to grow towards clarity, towards solutions, towards ease. As you begin to realize this, you may notice something else, something even more profound. How the world itself is in a constant flow, in constant movement, constantly shifting and adjusting. Just like the energy that moves through your body, you are, after all, a vessel of energy, constantly resonating with the world around you. Everything is vibration, everything is frequency. You can tune yourself to it. Like a musician finding the perfect pitch, or a dancer moving with the rhythm of life itself. When you begin to understand that, you realize something even deeper. You're not just resonating with the world around you, you're part of it. You're a living, breathing frequency, in constant interaction with every vibration in the environment. And as you begin to recognize this, you can sense how deeply connected you are to others. You can feel their pain, their joy, their energy. And in turn, they can feel yours. Isn't it amazing then that this energy, this resonance, becomes a tool of transformation? When you connect with another person, when you resonate with them, you create a bridge, a flow of energy that allows you to move together. And just like the tuning fork that vibrates with a note, you can help others find their resonance, their balance, their flow. In doing so, you're not only restoring your own balance, but you're helping others return to their true state of harmony. This is where the magic happens. This is where healing unfolds, because when you resonate with someone, when you truly connect with them, you create a space where healing can occur. It's not just through words, but through the energy of connection, through the resonance that passes between you. As you bring yourself back into balance, you show others the way. So imagine for a moment how powerful this is. When you can shift your energy, when you can return to a state of centeredness, you become an example, a model, a living demonstration of what's possible. And just as a ripple spreads through water, your shift, your change, sends out ripples that affect everyone around you. You create a new reality, not just for yourself, but for everyone who comes into contact with you. And here's the secret. This process, this resonance, this vibration, it's not something you need to force or struggle with. It's simply the natural flow of life. The more you trust in this flow, the more you allow yourself to be part of it, the more you align yourself with it, the more powerful and effortless your transformation becomes. You don't need to fight the current, because the current is already taking you exactly where you need to go. And the more you recognize this, the more you allow it to sink in, the more you begin to see how everything is connected, how everything works together, how all your beliefs, your emotions, your actions, your thoughts, everything is part of the larger system, the larger flow. And as you continue to flow with that system, as you continue to trust it, something incredible happens. You begin to create the life that you've always dreamed of, effortlessly, naturally, because you are in harmony with everything around you. As you move through life, navigating the flow of energy, shifting your perspectives, resonating with others, you find that all of it, every piece, every part, is working in perfect harmony. And the more you see this, the more you trust it, the more it becomes your new way of being, your new way of experiencing the world, your new way of healing.